Welcome my dear listeners, stay with me to get the spoilers first. And subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen on The Young and the Restless. Lily can't believe what Kane is offering her and Matt welcomes Sharon and Noah to hell. Claire meets Holden at Crimson Lights and he's still trying to process what he's just learned. He doesn't know what to do next. Holden talks about how he thinks he has let Malcolm down. Claire tells him that he can't help not being a match. He admits that he bought a ball and 2 baseball gloves. It's crazy, but he's always wanted to play catch with his dad. Claire understands and tells him that he can still spend time with Malcolm if he wants to. The conversation turns to Stephanie. Holden is mad at her for not telling him. He wants to get away from all of this and invites Claire to lunch with him. Claire agrees, so they go to society where they meet Stephanie. Claire pulls Holden over and they introduce themselves. Stephanie quickly finds out that Claire knows about her secret. She says she's sorry to Holden again and thanks Claire for being there for her son. Holden tells Claire that his mom's heart is in the right place after Stephanie leaves. Holden, Claire, when are Stephanie? Tuck. Kane hears Lily on the phone with Malcolm at the outdoor cafe telling him they will find a match. He asks if Malcolm is sick after she hangs up. Lily scolds him for eavesdropping and tries to leave, but he keeps telling her to let him help. Lily, Kane whiner. Lily is grateful to Kane for offering to help. Ashby says he would do anything for her. She can't believe how nice he is to her after what she did. Her ex doesn't care about the past. She's sad and scared and he's there for her. Lily is crying and he asks what Malcolm needs. Lily tells Kane about Malcolm's aplastic anemia and how hard it is to find a donor. Kane says, I'll do it. I'll have a test. For you. It's a long shot but it can't hurt to try. Lily is amazed. Kane tells Lily that he isn't doing this to win her over, even though he wants to. It's about doing something nice for someone who deserves it. He also hopes it will help her get over the guilt she feels about not being able to save her father. Lily is amazed that he knew how she felt. Lily called Stephanie to come over and she tells her that Kane might be a donor. Stephanie calls to set up a test and Ashby goes to the lab. Nick plays with his bag of fentanyl in the bathroom in Vegas, then opens it and swallows one, making a face. Adam tells Sharon in the room that Matt Clark took their phones. He is the only one who can send her a message. She tells her to stay in Genoa City where it's safe. Sharon and Noah are in the car out of range and going to the place Matt told her to go. Noah is worried that if they act like vigilantes his dad and Adam could get hurt in the end. Nick yells to Adam, who is worried, from the hotel bathroom that he is fine and will be out in a minute. Someone knocks on the suite door and it's Riza. Chelsea wants to know what she's doing back there. She asks Adam for an update and he gives her one. They ask her a lot of questions about Matt, but she hasn't heard from him. Chelsea says she is lying. Which side are you on? Adam gets in Riza's face and she tells him that he lied to her and broke her trust. Adam asks her again if she is helping Matt. Nick comes out. He would like to know the answer to that himself. Adam yells at her to stop the BS when she tries to leave, or they'll make her life very hard. The last scenes. Claire makes fun of Holden at society because his mum wants him to find the right girl and settle down. They both agree that they aren't ready for that. She thinks that you just know when things are going well. He agrees and looks at her. Stephanie tells Lily at the cafe that Kane is only helping Malcolm for one person. You. When are Stephanie? Riza tells Adam in the Vegas suite that he has to put something up first if he wants her to show him her cards. Anything she tells them could put her business and her life in danger. Nick says she will be safe. They agree to help her move and change her name as well as the price. Nick, Chelsea, Riza, Weiner. Noah and Sharon go to an empty petrol station and get a bad feeling. They can't get a cell signal and think about going inside. Matt Clark suddenly gets into the back seat. He is very happy to see them. Welcome to hell. An ambush that kills. This week's YNR spoilers say that Matt hits Sharon and Noah hard. The Young and the Restless this week shows that the danger in Genoa City doesn't stay in one place. It goes around. It changes. It goes from Vegas to the Newman family to Victor's latest power play, and the same ugly truth connects all of these parts. Someone is getting closer and no one is safe for long. According to the latest spoiler trail, Sharon and Noah are attacked in Las Vegas. Matt Clark is still the threat that is causing the nightmare. Riza Thompson tells the truth. Nick goes into full rescue mode, and Victor makes Phyllis an offer she can't refuse. This week is full of stress and every thread looks like it could break at any moment. This week feels especially intense because it doesn't start with one big bang. It starts with doubt, suspicion, and people making decisions that seem smart until they don't. Riza is the first person to break that tension. She has been in and out of the Vegas story long enough for it to matter. And the spoilers say that she is the one who finally gives Nick and Adam the information they need to act. In this recap, Nick, Adam, and Chelsea all ask Riza a lot of questions about Matt. Then Nick tells her to name her price if she betrays him. That's not a casual scene for bargaining. That is a last-ditch effort to buy time before things get deadly. Riza's betrayal works because it doesn't read like a big moral awakening. She only comes clean when the pressure is too much for her to handle, and the story makes it clear that she wants something in return. According to the recap, Nick and Adam convince her that they will pay for her new start and keep her safe before she tells them the important information about Matt. That one piece of information tells you everything you need to know about the world YNR is in this week. No one is giving away help for free. There is no reason for anyone to turn against Matt. Riza is picking the side that looks like it will keep her alive the longest. In Genoa City that makes sense and is also risky. As soon as Riza speaks, the rescue mission begins. Nick doesn't stop to think about it. He gets scared, gets in the car and drives toward the danger himself. The spoiler material even shows him in the bathroom with a fentanyl pill before Adam knocks on the door, which makes his state of mind even scarier. Some people might see that as a sign of stress, self-destructive behavior, or a deeper spiral. It makes his rescue mission seem even more dangerous. He is not calmly judging Sharon and Noah as he runs toward them. He is running toward them because time is running out. Adam gets in the passenger seat, which makes the rescue feel less like a team-up and more like a tense truce between brothers who don't trust each other but trust the mission. The spoiler says that Adam is worried when he sees signs that Nick is using drugs, which makes the drive even more uncomfortable. Adam is there to help, but he's also keeping a close eye on Nick. He might be wondering if the man at the wheel is fit to make life or death decisions. That tension is what YNR does best. It puts people who don't trust each other in the same car and makes them chase a nightmare together. The destination makes everything worse. Nick and Adam go to an abandoned petrol station on the outskirts of Vegas, where their phones stop working and help becomes a fantasy. Sharon is already worried because she can't get a signal and can't get in touch with the people she thinks should be helping her. Noah is also worried. In the day ahead recap, both of them think they are following Nick's lead and going to meet him and Adam, but Matt has made up the whole thing by using stolen phones and fake messages. The trap is already halfway closed when the cell bars go away. That's when Matt really gets scary. He doesn't just sit back and wait for the characters to show up. He puts himself in a place where he is already in the story before they know it has changed. In the recap, Sharon and Noah get to the empty petrol station and hesitate, still trying to decide if they should go inside. That's when Matt opens the back passenger door and gets in. It was one of those soap opera moments that felt almost impossible in the best way. The threat wasn't in front of them or behind them. It was already with them. Then there is the line that makes the episode so scary. Matt says, "Welcome to hell." He really means it. It is a statement. He is letting Sharon and Noah know that the rules they thought they were following no longer apply. At that moment, the scene goes from being a search mission to being a prison. There doesn't need to be a gun drawn or a big explosion for the moment to feel violent. The violence is already under Matt's control. He has broken into the car, the plan, and their feeling of safety all at once. That line is also important because it shows that Matt is not hiding and is not confused this week. He is teasing. Recent spoiler news says that Matt Clark, who is pretending to be Nick, is the one who gets Sharon and Noah to go to Vegas in the first place. They say he has been making dangerous moves for days. There is no accident or improvisation in the villainy here. It is planned, intentional, and cruelly theatrical. Matt wants them to know they've been fooled, and he wants the reveal to hurt before the real danger starts. This is why the Vegas story seems so much bigger than just one ambush. Not only is Sharon and Noah's timing bad, but so is their timing. People are using them as pressure points in a bigger fight that goes back through Matt's history with the Newmans. The spoilers and recaps keep saying that he has been pretending to be Nick, stealing phones, and using all the confusion he can create to stay one step ahead of Sharon and Noah. That's the kind of manipulation that Matt Clark is known for. He doesn't have to overpower people right away if he can get them to walk into the trap on their own. Sharon's fear is stronger because she knows more about Matt. She isn't freaking out for no reason. She has a past with him, and the current spoilers make it clear that that past is important. A recap from the day before says she feels the bad vibe as soon as they get to the abandoned petrol station. Another spoiler says Matt goes back to doing things the dangerous way. Because of how things are set up, Sharon's reaction isn't over the top or dramatic. This is how someone who has already seen what Matt can do reacts when they see the first second before disaster strikes. Noah's position is not any safer. He is still trying to keep his balance emotionally and physically after the wreck, but this new trap snaps shut. One summary says he has a bad feeling about the plan long before they get there, and another says that once Matt closes in, he and Sharon are stuck with no way out. The ambush feels especially cruel because he is still trying to move forward, solve the problem, and move on even though he is weak. In soap opera terms, Noah is the guy who keeps saying he can handle one more step until the floor drops out from under him. The way the rescue mission goes on also has an important emotional rhythm. Nick and Adam think they are getting closer to the end. Riza has given them information. It looks like Sharon and Noah are where they should be. The petrol station is where you should stop, not where you should get ambushed. But Matt has already outsmarted them with stolen phones and fake instructions. So the rescue comes just as the trap is about to reach its peak. That's what makes the whole thing taste so bad. It's not a story about help not coming. It's a story about help coming after the enemy has already taken control. But Nick still goes. That instinct, which may seem crazy, is what makes him Nick. He doesn't wait for a better plan to come along. He drives right into the danger because the people he loves are in it. The spoilers say that Nick travels down a dangerous path, and that phrase fits both geographically and emotionally. He is putting himself in danger with very little room for error, and the current tease suggests that his own state is so unstable that the mission may cost him more than he thinks. That makes the rescue seem both heroic and sad at the same time. Back in Genoa City, the show is also running a second high-stakes crisis. This one is very different in tone, even though it is also about manipulation. Victor is in a better position than Phyllis, and the spoilers say he is using damaging evidence to pressure her. Another source says he is making Phyllis an offer she can't refuse, while a different preview says Phyllis has to make a tough choice that could cost her everything. This isn't a love triangle or a fight between family members. This is Victor doing what he does best when he smells weakness, taking charge of the room before the other person knows the walls have closed in. The proof that Victor is using is part of a larger campaign against Phyllis that has to do with AI. Earlier this week, soap coverage said that Victor was using AI to look for information that would hurt her. Other spoilers say that he is making the situation worse by using a new tool and acting in a more dangerous way. That gives his offer a very unique taste. He isn't going up to Phyllis with a vague business idea. He already has leverage and he is using it to get her to make a choice that is good for him. The deal might seem generous. It is not at all. The wording changes depending on the source, but the meaning stays the same, which is what makes Victor's move so scary. One spoiler says he offers Phyllis a deal she can't turn down. Another says he threatens her with evidence that could hurt her. Another person says she might have to choose between her freedom and everything she has worked for. That's what makes the setup so smart. Victor doesn't ask Phyllis what she wants. He is giving her choices, but he has already narrowed them down to the ones that work best for him. It is leverage that looks like choice, and when Victor has it, that disguise is often the most dangerous thing in the room. Some spoiler coverage goes even further and says that the deal might put Phyllis in a terrible situation where she has to choose between her company and her freedom. Even the more cautious versions of the story say she might have to make a choice that costs her everything. This Victor plot is important because it is about enclosure, just like the Vegas ambush. Matt has Sharon and Noah trapped in a physical way. Victor has Phyllis in a trap that is smart. One is an ambush from behind. The other is a legal and business squeeze. Different ways, same feeling, there's no easy way out. There is a very YNR reason why these two stories are happening at the same time. The show loves to show how personal danger and boardroom power are different because the Newmans are always fighting both at the same time. Matt's physical control over Sharon and Noah is the threat in Vegas. Victor's emotional and financial control over Phyllis is a threat in Genoa City. One story is about survival in a real way. The other is about staying alive in the business world. Everyone is stuck in a week where they have to decide what they are willing to give up to get out. Riza's role in that structure is more important than it seems. She is the one who makes the rescue possible, but she is also the one who shows how weak the whole operation has become. Nick and Adam might not have found the right way in time if she hadn't turned on Matt. If Victor hadn't already been squeezing Phyllis, he might not have had the power to make her blink. Matt wouldn't be able to say his welcome to hell line with such terrifying certainty if Sharon and Noah weren't already cut off from help. Reese's betrayal isn't just a plot twist. It is the thing that opens the week. The way the rescue team comes together is also emotionally ironic in a bad way. Adam and Nick have been enemies for years, but now they have to ride in the same car because the threat to their family is bigger than their anger. Adam is worried about Nick's health, and Nick is in a hurry to save Sharon and Noah. This makes the rescue feel tense and unstable. It doesn't feel like a well-thought-out plan. It feels more like a last-minute dash. That's what a Matt Clark ambush does best. It takes away dignity and leaves only movement. That loss of dignity feels even worse because it happened in Las Vegas. The petrol station is empty, there is no cell signal, and Sharon and Noah are alone in a place where no one should be able to find them. When Matt gets in the back seat, the geography changes to psychology. The car becomes a cage. The road that is empty becomes a threat. You lose your sense of direction. That's why the scene works so well as a weekly climax. It turns everyday things like a road, a station, and a vehicle into tools of imprisonment. The spoiler trail also suggests that this isn't the end of the danger, but the middle of it. One preview says that a dangerous showdown is coming as Matt gets closer, and another says that Sharon and Noah are stuck with no way out. That means the ambush is not just a one-time thing. It is part of a longer series of events that includes the rescue, the betrayal, and the showdown. The audience should feel the week getting tighter like a noose because Matt's confidence keeps growing while everyone else arrives one beat too late. Phyllis, on the other hand, is walking into a different kind of trap. Victor's deal may seem like a chance to talk things over, but the spoilers make it clear that it has consequences that could cost her almost everything. That puts her in the same emotional state as Sharon and Noah. All three of them are being forced to make decisions while the ground shifts beneath them. Phyllis has to choose between giving in to Victor's pressure campaign or standing up to it. Giving in might help her in the short term but hurt her in the long term. The scene is even more tense because Victor is the one putting the pressure on. He almost never gives something without expecting a much bigger return. One thing that makes this week so effective is that each major player thinks they still have some power. Risa believes that turning will buy her safety. Nick believes he can outrun the danger and get to the people in time. Victor believes he can trap Phyllis with proof and make her do what he wants. The spoiler package, on the other hand, is meant to show that control is an illusion. Nick can only use Risa's information if he gets there before Matt moves. Sharon and Noah must still be alive for Nick's rescue to work. Phyllis will only take Victor's offer if she is scared enough to do so. Everyone is betting on how quickly they can use their leverage, which is a risky bet in Genoa City. That's why this week's spoilers are so satisfying for fans who have been watching for a long time. They hit the show's most sensitive spots all at once. Family loyalty, dangerous exes, moral compromises, and Victor Newman using power as a weapon. They also give Sharon and Noah a high-stakes rescue story that feels more personal than just a plot point. And they give Phyllis a Victor showdown that could change her whole future. In soap opera terms, these crises can't just be separate. They need to sound the same, and this week they do. When the dust settles, someone will be trapped, someone will be angry, and someone will have to pay for trusting the wrong person at the wrong time. Matt has already been betrayed by Risa. Nick is already on the move. Adam is already keeping an eye on him. Sharon and Noah are already stuck. Victor is already forcing Phyllis to choose. The week is powerful because all of those sentences are happening at the same time. The Young and the Restless was made to show this kind of disaster on many fronts. If the spoilers are correct, this is just the beginning. Matt's welcome to hell ambush is the shock, Nick's frantic race is the response, and Victor's deal with Phyllis is the cold, quiet threat that is waiting in the wings. One storyline screams. One person smiles. They all make this week feel like a crash course that no one can stop.